What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sweetie Man. So in this episode, we're going to be counting down the top 10 car buying mistakes to avoid. So stay tuned. This is probably going to be the continuation of the last episode that I did. If you haven't seen that episode, make sure you overwatch the other episode, then come back to this video. But again, if you're in the market of a car, make sure you stay tuned and watch this video to the end. It's going to save you a lot of money. That being said, let's get this episode started. Alright, yo. So that being said, let's start counting down from number 10. So definitely, if you're this kind of person that just go walking into the dealership and you see the car that you want, then you just purchase, hey, you can do that with a brand new car, that's fine, but I would definitely advise you to definitely do your research. So starting with number 10 is definitely do your research. Make sure you compare the prices with other in the market. Definitely you want to definitely check to make sure that the car history is clean, and yeah, you go from there. So don't just go walk into the dealership and just go see the car. This is going to definitely take you some time for you to purchase the car. So definitely do your research and compare the car market. Again, be careful when purchasing a car. Number 9 is not checking the car history. So pretty much checking the car facts, check the reports, check the service record, check all what is involved in the car, like any accidents or all that stuff. You want to also check the VIN as well to make sure it matches with the ownership. You want to check how many owners that car had in the lifetime, and that will tell you a lot about the car history. So yeah, I definitely want to make sure you use Carfax. Unless if it's a really old car, then it doesn't really matter, because those old cars will definitely come with accidents and stuff. But you definitely want to double check as well to make sure what kind of accidents, if it's a rebuilt title or if any modification was done on the car. So yeah, you want to check the car before you say okay, because at the end of the day, you will be the one that's going to be stuck with the car. So definitely check the car reports. Alright. So I believe number 7 or number 8, I kind of lost count, but nonetheless, it's not test driving the car. So definitely you do want to test drive the car. I did stress that in the last video. Like I said, if you haven't seen the last video, make sure you check in the last video and then come back to this one. So nonetheless, test drive the car. So obviously the salesperson is gonna wants to sell with the car, but most importantly, you definitely want to test drive the car. Just the kind of mistakes that people avoid, and yeah, you want to avoid that mistake. Test drive the car, but I understand that some cars you may not be allowed to test drive the car because of how expensive the car is. So most of the time, the salesperson, or if you're buying it privately, they probably wouldn't allow you to test drive the car. So just be mindful of this information that I'm telling you. But majority of the time, yes, you should be able to test drive the car, and you definitely want to test drive the car to see how comfortable you are in the car. You sit in it, sit in the front seat, sit in the back seat, to see exactly if even if the car is a 2-door car, some 2-door cars come with back seats. So you want to definitely check out that to make sure that yes, if in case you're carrying people in your car, you're comfortable, or what is your comfort level in terms of the car that you're trying to purchase. Alright. Another mistake to avoid is not negotiating the price. So that's what it comes in hand with number 10, where I said you want to do the market research of the car that you're trying to purchase. So you definitely want to negotiate the price with the sales guy. Even though, let's say you go trying to purchase a car and the car is, let's say, 27,000 or it's 27.99 per se. After doing your own research on the market, you want to compare with various different sites, like even compare it with Facebook Marketplace. You'll be surprised of what kind of prices you see, and you definitely wanted to use Auto Trader, Car Guru. There's plenty of other websites out there, so you want to compare each website to check that particular car that you're looking for, and that would definitely give you an idea of how much the car value is, or what the market is saying of that specific car that you're trying to purchase. So that will definitely help you to have a better negotiation with the sales guy, and you can save yourself a couple thousand on there. With the exotic cars, you can save way more. With a regular car, if I could say regular car, you save a couple thousand, or maybe a few hundreds. So at the end of the day, if you're saving, it's better for you. So definitely you want to check that so you can get a better value of the car that you're trying to purchase, right? Alright, so mistake number 6 is not reading the fine print of the agreement or the contract, let's say. So you definitely want to check the terms and condition. Even if you're buying the car cash or you're buying the car on the finance or lease, you definitely want to check the terms and condition to make sure that the car that you're purchasing, the fine print is exactly what you guys agreed on. So you don't want to go home, because sometimes when you purchase a car, you normally do get like a 30 days with a specific mileage guaranteed, where if you don't like the car or there's something wrong with the car, you can return the car and avoid the contract. So you definitely want to check that. If anything, you can always ask your sales guy or the finance person that, because normally when you purchase the car, you speak with the sales guy, and when it's time to get the car and signing all the paperwork, you're gonna go in the finance office where they try to sell you different packages and warranties and stuff. So you definitely want to confirm that with them, and make sure that yes, the fine print, you have 30 days where you can bring the car back in case you're not satisfied with the car, or if there was wrongdoing during the sales, you can always get something back. So check the fine print. That's number 6 mistakes to avoid. Right, so number 5 is not checking the recalls of the car. So you want to definitely visit the NIH website to see if there's any recalls on the car, or you can call the dealership or the dealership or the manufacturer of that car to see exactly if there's any recalls that's applicable on your specific model, or check online to see exactly if there's any recalls, and that would definitely save you some money down the line. So when I had my Ford Fusion, it had a lot of recalls on it. I had a 2013 Ford Fusion. The OJs remember that. So you definitely want to check for those recalls, and most of the time the only thing that you pay is just for the inspection to make sure that it's valid, and it shouldn't cost you that much for an inspection. So yeah, my Ford Fusion was having like an overheating issue, and that was one of the main reasons why I sold it, and in my specific model, let's say. So yeah, you definitely want to contact the manufacturer and check for any recalls, and it's free to get the recall fix, so that's why it's a recall. So yeah. So number 4 is definitely doing a pre-inspection. So definitely, even after you purchase the car, you definitely want to take it to a mechanic to inspect it, to make sure that everything is functional, everything works well, and if there's any issues, you can bring it back to the dealer to get it fixed. So that will definitely save you some money. So yeah, do a pre-inspection check. That will help you down. Yes, you're allowed to purchase the car, drive it off the lot, get it inspected, and then you can bring it back if there's any issues within obviously that same week. So definitely, when you purchase a car, I will advise you to go within 24 to 48 hours and get that pre-inspection done. The earlier the better, and yeah, you can sort out any type of issues. Right. So number 3 is not considering additional costs such as insurance, maintenance, long-term liability of the car. So you definitely want to consider those before you're purchasing the car. So let's say if it's a car that you've been looking at and you love that car so much, you definitely want to find out the history on how reliable that car is. For example, a Maserati, we all know, I mean, not that we all know, but most people do know that Maserati, they're not reliable, but they're great cars nonetheless. But it's very expensive to like repair, and insurance on those cars are expensive as well. So you definitely want to consider all those additional charges before you going ahead and purchasing that car or that dream car of yours that you're trying to buy. And yeah, that will kind of have that budget, but increase it a little bit just by, you can even call insurance company to find out how much the insurance will be before even going ahead and purchasing that car. That will help you down the line for sure. So number 2 is pretty much not knowing your credit score when you're walking into the dealership. This step will definitely help you in some type of way to have a better term and a better monthly payment. But if you're paying cash, ignore this step, it doesn't apply to you. And so yeah, so these are for people that are gonna be leasing or financing the car. So you definitely want to know your credit score, and if you can get an independent or go straight to your bank, this is like a bonus. But if you want to go straight to your bank to get the get approved through your bank, you can definitely do that and just walk to the dealership with the approval rate that you have. Sometimes the dealer may have a better rate than your bank. So those are the steps you want to consider that as well. But I would strongly advise you to know your credit score. That will definitely put you in a place where yes, you can afford this car and you know what the monthly payments are going to be. You don't want to get stuck with a monthly payment that you can afford and with a high interest that is going to screw you over. Because nowadays the average interest that I'm saying is like between 7 and 10% on a good credit. So now buying a car on a credit is kind of hard. That's why cars aren't moving as much as as it normally used to be. So yeah, definitely check your credit score. Alright. So finally, number one mistake to avoid is definitely be freaking patient. Be patient for sure. It normally takes me on average to go purchase a car. It takes me anywhere from between, I'll say roughly 3 months, to be honest with you. 3 months, because I do a lot of research, and last minute I may want to change my mind because the car that I was trying to buy is not exactly what I envisioned in my head. Because sometimes you want the car, and when you go see the car in person and sit in it, it doesn't feel right. So you definitely want to be patient, and also don't be scared to walk away from the deal if that deal is not good enough based on what you've seen in the market. So definitely do not be scared to walk away from that car. And sometimes salespeople may try to haggle you to purchase the car. Nah, don't get peer pressure. If that's something you want, and definitely you have a price in your head that you're willing to pay, you want to stick close to that number, and obviously give yourself some wiggle room. I ain't saying walk away from, if the person say, yo, it's gonna be this price, and they can't budge on that price. Definitely you want to consider why they don't want to budge on that price. So that's one thing. Don't be scared to walk away. Be patient. Take your time to purchase the car, because cars are very expensive. Buying the car is probably the easy part. Maintaining the car is the hard part. For example, McLaren's, my days, purchasing a car was the easiest part, but maintaining that car was a freaking nightmare, because there's so much limited mechanics that can work on that car. So be mindful of when you purchase your car. I'm not saying you're you're trying to buy a McLaren or whatnot, but that's applicable to any car that you may be looking for to buy. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Alright, yo, I just want to say thank you for being here with me. Those are your top 10 car buying mistake to avoid. Definitely, once again, if you haven't watched the previous video, definitely go watch that. It's kind of hand in hand with this video, and that's definitely going to help you throughout your journey of buying a car, a used car, a new car, whatever it is. Even if you're financing the car, leasing, or you're buying in cash, these two videos is definitely going to help you. But I want to thank you guys for sticking with me to the end. Definitely, put that thumbs up, subscribe if you enjoyed these videos, and I'll definitely be making more videos like this that's more informative to you guys. I know life is tough for everyone, and it's very difficult when you're trying to purchase a car. You're overwhelmed with choices. So by narrowing it down and using this guide to help you narrow down your choice, definitely give it a thumbs up. That being said, subscribe and like the video, and share your experience down in the comment below. Alright? YOLO!